Never think I would go through something like this in my life. And I just wanted to share with you guys my journey and finding out what it is that I have. I have been filming all day, actually, different videos for my channel, because even though all this, as you will see in this video, has been going on, I have been continuing my life like normal. I don't want my life to change much, and it hasn't really changed much, respectively, but I have been debating whether or not to put this video out because it's so sensitive. It's something that I have been dealing with since April. I started documenting it in May and have been going through it since then. And I haven't had the courage to upload something because every time I'm about to film or upload, I start crying. Like right now, I just want to cry. Our health is so precious. And if this pandemic hasn't really made that crystal clear, no, I do not have COVID, if you guys are wondering. But I have been dealing with a lot of health issues this past year. And I wanted to make this video to open up about my health issues and what's been going on with me. So that if anyone else is going through something similar, they don't feel like they're alone, because they're not. But I will say that when it comes to health matters, like people, at least for me, I didn't want to talk about it because I felt like it made me weak. And I'm such a strong person, and I know I'm strong because I've been dealing with this. Whew. I would say that this whole thing has started way longer than that, maybe June of 2019, when I started getting my ear infections. If you guys saw my Rancho morning routine, you will see that I was dealing with an ear infection then. And I don't know if this is 100% a correlation. I want to say that there is a correlation between my ear infection and what I got, but doctors would like to say otherwise. Anyways, I got a really bad ear infection in February. My doctor and all the doctors weren't really helping me out here in the States. I had gone to my doctor numerous times about my neck being swollen. She kind of brushed it off and just said, maybe it's like a pulled muscle or something. I don't know. She wanted to take me to physical therapy. She did do an ultrasound and said that there were my lymph nodes that were kind of inflamed, and that could be due to the fact that I kept getting an ear infection every month because they couldn't figure out what was going on with my ear. I had gone to the hospital multiple times for my ear infection, and they were giving me eardrops, antibiotics, a bunch of medication, and none of it was really helping me. So I ended up going to a specialist that my doctor sent me for my ear infection in February, and the doctor ignored my neck concern that it was swollen, and just ended up sucking with a little vacuum cotton out of my ear. And he said that that was the problem, and now I'm gonna feel better. I ended up getting sick from my ear again when I was in Mexico. And because I was out there, I decided to go see a specialist out there So I went to see the specialist, and she helped me out a lot. She told me that it was kind of like, I don't know, this is like TMI, but like mold or something along that was creating bacteria. And because I was showering and wetting it, the mold, I was exposing it to the wetness and it would like flare up. So anytime it would get wet, it would activate it. And I never knew that before. So she ended up giving me drops, antibiotics, and also told me to not wet my ear for a month. I ended up not wetting my ear for 2 months. And it helped. I will say it helped because I have not gotten an ear infection since I saw her. So it really helped me. However, after I was taking the medication, in April, end of April, May, the beginnings of May, I noticed that I developed a bump. And the bump was very small below my ear, and that's the ear that kept getting infected. And I went to see her, the specialist, about my neck, and she said that the infection probably moved from my ear to my neck and I needed to get an ultrasound. I went to get an ultrasound, and this was my second ultrasound at this point. One I had gotten done in the States and one that I had gotten then. And they both had told me the same, that they were my lymph nodes that were swollen. And at this point, I was in the same boat in America and in Mexico. They wanted to do a biopsy. I was so afraid to do my biopsy. So I was reading. I think that's the worst part when it comes to your health. When you read into things, you Google, what could this possibly be? What do I do? And when I Googled the biopsy, I was reading so many different things about how, like, if they do the biopsy, it could spread. You know, it's just not good. But I know I needed it because no one knew what was going on with me. And it just kept growing. The bump kept growing. And I tried to go the homeopathic way, the natural way, because I'm not one to do like surgery or medications and things like that. It scares me. I want to do like the natural route of things. And I ended up finding a natural doctor person near where I live, and he was helping me through natural sources. However, it didn't really help. It only took me so far. He did say to try these like electrodes, or it's like this electricity that pulls out infection. I don't know if it's 100% sure. Do I believe in it? I don't know, but I was willing to give anything a try before going through a biopsy, because a biopsy is very invasive. It's scary. It's scary. And I wanted to try everything in my power besides that. So I ended up trying a couple sessions of the electricity or whatever it is that, you know, you put on your neck, and you see if that pulls out the infection. And I went for maybe 5-6 sessions, and I didn't see any difference. The holistic doctor ended up telling me that at this point he wanted to pull whatever was in, like, put this, I don't know what it is called. It was like black tar or something. I don't know. It was something really weird, to pull it all out, and it would create like a hole in my neck. It was very scary. So at that point I was like, okay, whichever route I go, they're going to open me up. So I just need to do my biopsy. I need to find this out. And I ended up going for my biopsy. And it was one of the scariest things that I had to do, especially because I was by myself. This was like smack dab during quarantine, and I couldn't bring anybody with me, not even my mom, no one. And I was just by myself, scared. not knowing what's going on with me. I just felt scared. So I'm done with my biopsy. It was a little emotional, a lot emotional, because it was painful to go through it. They assured me that whatever it is that's in my lymph nodes, that it wouldn't spread. That's what I was scared of. And there was quite a bit of bleeding, so like it was like running down the back of my neck, the nape of my neck, and so that was kind of like worrying me, but I like trust the doctors that they know what they're doing. But it's just like so scary. And I just feel bad for myself. And I don't do that much, but I'm letting myself feel bad. Throwing myself a little pity party and then getting over it, you know? A little pity party and then it's done. You gotta get strong to fight whatever it is that's doing this to you. On the lighter note, they numb me so bad that now I talk like this. You gotta find the silver lining in something, you know. I guess the only thing that I need to watch out for in these next 24 hours is if like I bleed excessively, then I need to go to the emergency room. So I'm trying not to do excessive force, not even by crying. So everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. After the biopsy, it took about, wow, like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks for me to find out what I had. So yesterday I got my results. And I'm glad my mom went with me. They called me into the office. And I found out I have cancer. Hodgkin's lymphoma, to be exact. It doesn't feel real, because I never thought in my lifetime. I didn't think in my lifetime I would get cancer, but shit happens. At least I know, you know, I have answers. I'm thankful that now I know why I feel the way I feel. Why I'm losing my hair. Why I feel so tired. It's only gonna get worse, you know? I'm scared.
Bueno,